So about 1.5 weeks ago, I lost my favorite uncle, and by the time I upload this, it will be exactly 2 weeks. He was the best, he was the most amazing, and I looked exactly like him, so I feel like I lost a part of myself. And besides all those down feelings that hit you as an individual when you're at loss, which I'm obviously still trying to cope with, something else hit me, and I decided to put all my upcoming content on the side so I can share this with you guys. So what hit me was the implication of mortality. What does the ability to die actually imply? Is it just living on and waiting on that time? We will be talking the real concept of YOLO and the implication of mortality. Welcome to the channel. I'm Haifa. The one sure uncertainty and yet superimposed with inevitability is the end of life. So it's an uncertainty in terms of when it actually occurs, but every individual on this earth with an understanding or sanity is sure that there will be a day when they're out of this existence, and i.e. death. It's the only concept that is uncertain and yet fully certain at the same time. So when the human figured that he's got only one shot, he came up with YOLO. And so, like we've defined before, it's like you have these 35 years like my uncle did, or 50 or 80, or whichever period that was written for you. But you can't know that period, so it's like you're playing this game and there's a defined number of lives, but they are hidden. So it's like there is no room for waste. So after the realization that we've got only one shot, what do we do? Let's talk how we react to the fact and how we actually should. A justification for many terrible decisions is you only live once. So we don't feel the urge to break those bad habits or to do away with toxic living because we can't afford to live that one boring life. And don't get me wrong, reckless living does not imply having the time of your life, because what would be the point of sitting in one corner until the inevitable occurs? But then again, the earth is full of generosity and there's infinite beautiful things you could do. So why on earth would your mind be trapped into thinking that if you do not destroy your life, you're not living it up? And I think I should probably do a video on non-toxic ways to live it up. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. In all honesty, the initial reason why anyone decides on reckless living is because they do not want to look back and regret having not done particular things. But always remember that if you do not do something, you would never know what you're missing out on. So reckless living and bad decisions are like these demons that will keep haunting you for the rest of your life. And yet there's tons of beautiful things that we could do and look back and be glad we did that. And I think that's how we should all focus our energies. Another life waster, I'm not even sure if that's a term, but yeah, another life waster is not living in your own skin. We waste significant years of our lives chasing after who we are not, like chasing that career that is utterly frustrating to you, or dressing in a way that's super uncomfortable for you, and then we chase all these things that are not healthy and we chase all these things that are not a healthy space for us, but you're so afraid of what if people don't approve or no one is doing it. And as cliche as this may sound, the sun is alone but she still shines, if that's even the phrase. Please correct me in the comments. Again, if we only have one shot, it's not worthy running after stuff or doing stuff because you can't afford to miss out. the people that have lived the best lives have missed out on the most basic of things like electricity and social media. So fear not to be discarded from society, because you are the real definition of living it up. Stop waiting for things to happen to you, for appreciation, for love. Don't wait. Ever. You're waiting on that person to change, still wasting that one life. You're waiting for this and waiting for that, and it's just so time consuming. So this comes also with the if phrase, like, if I get a car, then I'll be happy. If I move out of my parents' house, then I'll be happy. If this, then that. Happiness and everything in your heart's desire is right where you are. I got that from Moana, by the way. Anyway, let's stop waiting for happenings to live it up. There's always an available way to improvise and find that satisfaction now, equally and maybe greater than what you're hoping for in the wait. Undertake the healthy grind, like the ultimate project of a better self every further opportunity you get into this life. And this is the real concept of YOLO. And if all of us looked at it this way, then life would be solely regret-free and the world would be much, much better. One of the most inspiring animals, and it's probably very weird, but it's a snail. A snail always leaves a mark wherever it goes, and so should we. This mark shouldn't be mischief related, but it should be spreading all those positive vibes everywhere we go. When you are long gone and you are out of all these memories and long forgotten by all these minds, you know who won't forget? The earth. And you know who will embrace you when you are long gone? Still the earth. The inevitable is coming, even as much as you don't want it to. But when it does, make sure you made all those moments behind you very worthy.